The heavyweight, Brandon Whitman will go for North Carolina against Jonah Niesenbaum, who's had a really nice start to the season. Niesenbaum up to number 22 in the Intermat rankings. He's put together a really quality start to the season. He's got the best record on the team for the Blue Devils this year, 18-3. And Glenn Lanham really praised Niesenbaum and the work that he put in the summer and in the offseason to get himself into a good position.
Absolutely. And, you know, when I think about Duke wrestling, they've done a good job consistently getting guys at their upper weights, like 197 pounds in heavyweight, to perform at an elite level. I believe 197-pounder a couple years back named Connor was an All-American for Duke at 197 pounds. Immediately after that, you had a guy like Jacob Kasper, All-American at heavyweight. And now you got a guy like Niesenbaum doing well, producing, making his way into the top 25, producing results, doing a good job for Duke. So they've done a good job consistently getting guys to perform at a high level at those upper weights.
Yeah, and one of the big reasons why for Duke is Tom Erickson, who's on the staff here, wrestled with Glenn Lanham at Oklahoma State, really decorated heavyweight.
Very decorated.
Yeah, he's got some MMA experience as well, and he has really helped the development of Jonah Niesenbaum. Niesenbaum is bought in, and there's that Oklahoma State connection. Both of these head coaches wrestled at Oklahoma State. Overall, there are 9 Division I head coaches that have wrestled at Oklahoma State. 3 of them are in the ACC, so you can see that pipeline from Stillwater impacting the entire college wrestling landscape.
Absolutely. And I think, you know, because he's not a head coach, sometimes we focus on head coach, but Jameel Kelly, also Oklahoma State graduate, Olympic silver medalist for Oklahoma State, on staff at UNC. They got a very credentialed staff over there. Tony Ramos, national champ, Coleman Scott, Olympic bronze, Jameel Kelly, Olympic silver. So it's not a surprise that this program's started to make jumps in the past couple years.
And you can really see how much Niesenbaum has worked on himself, gotten in great shape. Glenn Lanham, super high on Niesenbaum, said he could be a finalist in the ACC this year.
That's a big deal for Duke. You want that. You want a guy that teammates can rally around, can look up to, who's producing results and having success and making it to the conference finals. And just kind of touch on Tom Erickson. He was second on the Olympic ladder for quite a while for USA Wrestling, behind Bruce Baumgartner. And for those who don't know who Bruce Baumgartner is, he is a legend in USA Wrestling. He's a multiple-time Olympic medalist. He's an Olympic champion, and he was #1 in the U.S. for 13 years. And he also got to carry the torch at the Olympic Games, if that says anything. A very, very rare opportunity for a wrestler, nonetheless. And Erickson has had some battles with Bruce Baumgartner. So, you know, he knows what he's doing.
Brandon Whitman countering for North Carolina. This is another one of those weight classes for Coleman Scott in North Carolina that's a bit up for grabs, looking for someone to step up at heavyweight and take the reins, so to speak, as ACC play continues.
Good start here. It's like two bulls locking horns.
And no big surprise here. It will be 0-0 after this opening period of play.
Their coach, Tom Erickson.
Glenn Lanham saying, you know, that Tom Erickson can speak the heavyweight language. And I imagine it is a different type of wrestling, a different style at 285 than it might be at 174.
Absolutely. It's just different wrestling with that much mass. Yeah, you got to choose your positions well. Sometimes you don't want to get stuck underneath because guys not only are heavy, but they're incredibly strong. And when you get extended under a heavyweight, let me tell you, it doesn't feel good on the shoulders.
1 point escape there for Whitman of North Carolina.
It's very, very physical at heavyweight. But I think, too, we've started to see a trend recently in the college heavyweights where guys are very, very athletic. They do a really good job moving, opening up, being very, very active with taking shot attempts. And it's been an exciting time for USA Wrestling at the heavyweight division.
Well, really an exciting time, isn't it, for wrestling as a whole? Seems like the popularity of the sport maybe as strong as it's ever been.
It absolutely is. USA Wrestling's had the most medals ever on the international scene this past year, and it's continuing to grow. I think you see sports like MMA where wrestlers are transitioning and having a lot of success is helping bring a lot of notoriety and respect to the sport. And that's making a really, really big deal. And it's an exciting time to be a wrestler. Absolutely.
Final half minute of this second period. And these are the kind of matches for Niesenbaum, if he wants to continue to up his performance, be a finalist or a contender at ACCs and the NCAAs. These are the kind of matches he's going to have to find a way to prevail in.
Absolutely. You notice how these guys are reaching for the leg while they're still up without really hitting a knee or going down to the mat. And again, that's what I was talking about earlier. These guys are very, very heavy and have a lot of strong hips. You don't want to get extended. And so a lot of heavyweights do a lot of snatch attempts where they get to a leg without actually going down to the mat. They stay up on their feet, they get to a lock, and they start to work to the finish and score from there.
Niesenbaum evens it up with the escape point. Now, in the last minute and a half, 100 seconds or so of the third period, is this when you start to really try to make your mark here?
Absolutely, but you also want to pick your position wisely, because you make a mistake, you take a bad shot, you force something that you don't need to force, and you give up a score or go behind, you lose the match. So you just want to try and be really, really active in the hand fight and create a good scoring opportunity. Niesenbaum looking for the snatch there, really, really long, which I think pace his advantage a little bit if he can use it well enough to get to a lock.
Whitman, no slouch. ACC honors in 2019-2020 as he finished runner-up.
We see some activity, some level changes here. Minute 9 seconds left to go. Hopefully we see a little bit more action, a little bit more offensive attempts. Guys just being really, really physical. And I don't think people realize how physical a hand fight can be. Sometimes it feels like a fist fight.
Niesenbaum going for the two-point takedown there. Nice counter by Whitman.
Oh, looking for a counter there. Off of Whitman's level change.
Final 40 seconds. .20 seconds left. Can anybody make their move?
Oh,
nearly there. Whitman
with a counter. Almost close to getting to that single leg re-attack.
10 seconds left. And looks like we might be heading to an extra session for the first time tonight. We will go to overtime in the heavyweight class.
What a battle here by these two guys.
Really overtime rules, 2-minute sudden victory period, 2 30-second periods alternating positions. You see that the second sudden victory period is 1 minute in length. Does either wrestler have an advantage as we start overtime?
You know, in this particular case, I don't think so. I think they've both been equally active, and I think it looks like they both have an equal amount of energy. So at this point, it's just who's willing to take the risk. Who's willing to take the risk and put themselves in a position to score. You haven't really seen a full commitment to score here by either guy. You've seen some attempts. We saw a close re-attack that Whitman was almost got on, but I've seen maybe 2 or 3 real attempts. It's a lot of half shots, a lot of reaches, but you don't see the guy really get underneath or clear any sort of space to get close to a leg.
Nearly a takedown there.
Really nice shot there by Whitman.
Under a minute to go. Remember, sudden victory.
Uh-oh.
Niesenbaum.
We got ourselves a scramble.
Trying to scramble. Whitman looking for the counter.
Whitman trying to control the knee. Niesenbaum getting to the corner here, getting to the crotch lock, extending. I think we'll see it. Score here. What a win by Niesenbaum. Good job wrestling defensively, getting on that counterattack. Really good job using his hips well and getting Whitman extended and creating an opportunity to score.
Niesenbaum punctuating the night with
right
a
here,
win.
he got to straighten his right leg. You saw as soon as that right leg popped out from Whitman's hand, he was able to circle behind. Really, really good job there by Niesenbaum.
So a nice end to the night for the Blue Devils as Duke wins the last 2 matches, but it's North Carolina who takes the victory in the match tonight. It's their 23rd consecutive win in Durham, and it's all Tar Heels tonight as North Carolina continues to cruise as they open up ACC play. Thanks for joining us tonight from Cameron Indoor Stadium for Friday.